Hey, it's Peter. We're doing morning news and coffee for Dream Warriors episode 41, and I got nothing in front of me. So let's crank up that music. Let's hit it, jump into it, and it's go time.
We're the Dream Warriors. We won't dream no more. We're the Dream Warriors. And maybe tonight you'll be gone.
Holy crap, dude! It is like 9:30. I just woke up like 30 minutes ago. What a deep sleep. I've been again like on and off with really deep sleeps this entire week. That's as far as I'll go about that because we're not here. We're not here to talk about my sleep patterns. We're here to talk about coffee. And right now I'm drinking. You can hear the ice cubes shaking. I'm just going with iced coffee. I had to pop into a CVS yesterday because I couldn't make it to the Target to get the coffee mate creamers. I got a Bailey's Irish cream French vanilla, no, or Bailey's French vanilla creamer, and it's actually pretty good. Like it doesn't taste so artificial as the coffee creamer. But then again, we live in the world that you can get anything you want, including artificial. You can choose what level of artificialness you want in your coffee creamer. So I recommend the Bailey's if you want less artificialness in your French vanilla coffee creamer. But yeah, so I got like a really big glass of this because I think I need it. Norm's coming over later today. We're going to try and get some of his stuff back on track. Norm and I have like multiple projects that have been ongoing, and some of them just fell off. So we're just going to sit down and see what the disconnect is and try and unpack what the trajectory of these projects are, and if he can even continue and participate. But I never give up on people when it comes to projects. That's why if you follow me on social media, like this past year, like 2017 is probably like the year of the never lost project for Peter. Because I'm just going through stacks of papers and like finishing things, and some of these things go all the way back to 2004, 2005, like way back when I worked at the comic shop. So which is awesome, because it's, dude, like it does something to you when you see something that was just like a thought. Like it's some thoughts are a little bit more like sketched out, for lack of a better term. Some of them are more sketched out than others, but when you can sit down and just see it complete, and then bring in like over 10 years of experience back to it, like you kind of realize, like you're like, crap, I didn't finish this because I did not have the capabilities. That's it. Like I couldn't, and now I do. And you kind of feel like you're like Predator in the jungle, and you're just killing whoever the hell you want. A little difficulty like here and there. Dutch Schwarzenegger, his character, is the exception, not the rule. The Predator does whatever the hell the Predator wants. That's why when I say Predator is life, that's really what I mean. That's what that movie represents to me. But so it's just it's very uplifting. One of these projects is an X-Men Post-its project, where I wanted to get the smallest Post-its possible and do X-Men portraits following the character list or the checklist of the Jim Lee Impel 92 trading card set that he drew and Paul Mounts did the coloring for. Um, and I'm just doing it. Like, I'm up to like number, like, I think like 25. I originally started at, I had 5 or 6. And the artistry alone is a big leap. Um, so that's a lot of my stuff that you can follow on social media, or Instagram, AKAPAD 13, and with that, a lot of this, like everything that Dream Warriors connects to, is about like social media. It's about building an audience and what you can do with that. This is the economy of the world right now. Like, so this, if you're not doing this, and I'm talking about if you're young, younger than me, because I'm going to be 39 in a couple weeks. I'm not going to even repeat that. Ever. Not just joking. So it's kind of like, if you're younger than my old self, if you're not really actively trying to build a social media presence, with a voice and messaging and branding, voice and messaging being prime. Everyone thinks branding is like the top thing. Like, oh, I need a logo. It's like, all right, like you can get a logo for $4 on Fiverr. Okay, well, $6 with tax, but you're paying the guy $4. Like it's there. Logos at one time were not obtainable, and then like the floodgates just opened up, and services became available, and everyone from here to China is working 24/7 on logo orders. So to take away some of the nuance and the artistry and like mass production, yes, to take away the value of actually having a logo or something you identify with, yes, but those are unintended consequences. That's a nice blowback, but so like this past week, a lot of it has been like where I've been, and I went every single day. I woke up this week wanting to record. That's how kind of like busy and hectic I was. But like Dream Warriors, Bad Eats, the YouTube show, like everything kind of rolls together and folds into social media and building that audience. And it's something that I'm always struggling with. Like, am I tweeting enough? Am I doing enough on IG? Am I doing this? Am I doing that? But I'm constantly like chipping away, pecking at it. And, organic, real growth followers is slow. It's still slow at this stage. Getting to 100 subscribers on YouTube is, like, legitimate subscribers is really dude, that's one of the hardest things to do. I'm not really sure. Like, I've baited decent companies around here in Philly. Like, I baited their services. Had them contact me for work and things like that. And that is not as difficult as this. It's really not. Dream Warriors, because we're consistent and we're pounding. The formula is the same formula, but it's a different variation of it. Dream Warriors is just growing, period, from the strict, I would say, like, just how regular everyone is with this show. The solo shows definitely helped. So, and you know what? I feel like crap. I feel like crap not recording earlier this week because we had really big news hitting. We had all the Han Solo news, and we had everything with Transformers. And so, getting one of these projects, that it's kind of 2 years. I've recorded and worked on this project like a few days, like back to back. The the last time I really had like a stretch of working on this little thing was I was in Las Vegas around the time of the 2015 NFL season, right at kickoff, which was post Super Bowl 49, I believe. Yeah, post Super Bowl 49. I gotta just go back and look, but it should have been when the one Seattle won, when they hammered the hell out of the poor Denver Broncos, and that was just like a shocking Super Bowl. But yeah, so it's a Roger Corman Fantastic Four commentary with myself, Brian from Bad Eats, and Mark the Merc, and I worked on that there. I remember just like really just being lit up, and went back to the hotel and I made like the thumbnail for it, which I posted. Oh geez, I'm so sorry. I thought that was on mute. It was on vibrate. But who is this? Who's texting me at 9:30? Oh yeah, double message. What about you? Okay, yeah, so yeah, and so this Fantastic Four Roger Corman commentary, even now, just with sound standards that I'm used to and working with on Dream Warriors and Bad Eats, it doesn't even pass okay. Like, it's just disgusting and horrible. But like I wanted to pound, I wanted to get on top of it. I wanted to complete the process. And even John from a few episodes ago, even he said to me in the gym one day, he's like, why don't you just like do it again and just do it like good, like just do it better, like this and that. And I said no, because it's got to go out this way. I got to complete it. I'm not going to, like, traffic is so low right now on YouTube that I'm not going to, like, the channel's not going to gain much either way. So completing this and putting this out there and setting it up as like a first effort, to me, is more valuable because it completes the circle. So I've been working on this Fantastic Four commentary a lot, okay? And the whole thing is like pop-up video on cocaine, okay? Like the good cocaine. Because drugs have levels, and and excuse me. Oh my god, yeah, it's stuff and stuff. Dallas hair is like everywhere because he's shedding endlessly because of the heat. Because we're going through a little bit of a heat spike here in Philadelphia, and the little dude's got to breathe, so the fur just comes off. And so, and by pop a video on the good cocaine, that I mean is very simple. We're sitting on the couch, we're watching the movie, and we're riffing on the movie. Which, alright, like Mystery Science Theater, riff tracks, so on and so forth. But here's the difference. The difference is that you're getting visuals for like our stream of consciousness. You're getting visuals for the references we're throwing. There's additional videos that I have yet to record that stop everything, interject, and correct what is said. Okay, and you know what? I think that's the biggest nuance of the Fantastic Four Roger Corman commentary, because it adds such an interesting and fun layer. Now, here's the thing. This video is going to be about 2 hours and 15 minutes long. Okay? Dealing with that, it already has over 120 files in addition to the audio and video track. Okay? It's a mammoth. It's so much to manage. It's a lot to put yourself back into when you have like a break, when you have like I had this 21-year-old girl here last night that met at Temple while running around there playing soccer with 20-year-olds. And look, let me tell you, if you want to humble yourself, pick, I don't care what the hell, I don't care if it's freaking Frisbee, even though I love Frisbee, and it's a very skilled thing just to do. Period. It's very skilled. Even if you're just doing frisbee, do that with people 1/2 your age. That will humble the living hell out of you quick. And yeah, so I worked on Fantastic Four at the office Friday. Like had like a really good stretch where I'm just like separating myself, just seeing things happening, working quick, because I'm going through Fantastic Four like line by line, like everything we're saying, everything that's in the movie line by line, and it's taken me weeks. I'm only up to 30 minutes now, but leaving that, all right, and then having to rush back here, decompress, clean, because I was expecting someone, and go through that process. Okay, I'm still surrounded with eBay inventory that is driving me mad. That's but hey, the eBay business is spiking too, so I'm just riding that wave, and it's fun. It's so much fun selling things online. I don't understand when people tell me like, oh, I don't have money on this and that. And like, I don't know, dude. You can like sell shit, like sell stuff. There's so many different ways right now to sell things, and there's so many ways to obtain cheap product to sell on said marketplace. So the big disconnection is when you fall into that flow, that creative hole, which is so similar to a black hole because it kind of controls time, and everything slows down, meaning that you look at the clock and it's 3 hours after you thought it would be, and you're like, wow, man, like it went by quick, and like I made really good progress, and I got this figured out. And some of it's just like pre-visualizing, like you pre-visualize what the entire arc is, and this is all to do something that is good or bad. Like you don't even know, but you're in a certain state to complete it. So doing that on Friday, and then Friday night going through, she left here to meet up with someone else. This chick she was going to bang. I tried to get the other girl here, unsuccessfully, but whatever. So she left here maybe like 2:00. Okay. So, and now we're doing this. Okay. So I gotta go work out. Hopefully I'll be working out within an hour from here. Okay. I don't know if you guys are following me, but when am I going to get back to Fantastic Four? What state will I be in? When can I get back to the state I was in on Friday? This is when you battle. This is what you struggle, even when it's full-time work. Okay? And having that level of foresight totally disrupts the project. Like having that foresight, not having that foresight really disrupts the project. And that's the way I look at it. I look at that state of mind, that flow of creativity. I look at that is a door that I can walk through. That is something I arrive at. And and I embrace it. I embrace the difficulties of like what it takes to enable it. Okay? A lot of people, a lot of creatives or people that call themselves creatives, a lot of friends of mine, they dabble, but it's hard for them to commit. And the reason why they don't commit is just out of fear. Like truth and reconciliation. Okay? They're not committing because of fear. Same with a lot of other things. Like even now recording, I'm recording with 0 AC, no airflow in here, just to get the best audio sound. Okay, like that's part of my creative sacrifice. And and I'm hitting a little bit of a state right now, just talking to you guys. So real quick though, Mark should be coming here tomorrow night for Saturday. So this is going to get released today. The weekend releases usually have lower impact traffic wise, and I'm okay with that because I'm just talking here. I'm just going with the flow. But the Transformer, the last night reviews came out this week. They hit Thursday night or Tuesday night because it was a Wednesday release, and the initial flow of releases all said the same thing. And that, again, like already like pre-defending the movie as I was with The Mummy, I felt delivered. And look, right now, as we're doing this, I have Independence Day running on in the background. Okay, and I can tell you every bit of dialogue when it comes up. And so, like, all right, so I admit, that maybe there was like pre-bias for Transformers the last night, which I haven't seen yet. Might see today when Norm leaves. So the pre-bias is me like defending the movie, which is becoming a regular thing now, because this past week I on Amazon Prime I toggled I unsubscribed to Stars and I got Cinemax, and lo and behold, Cinemax had a ton of movies that I just was like craving to see. One of them being Fantastic Four, the Josh Trank labeled disaster. And I'm watching this movie, and it's kind of funny doing the Fantastic Four commentary because we talked about it, like because it was just coming out, or it just came out. That's how long ago the Fantastic Four Roger Corman commentary was recorded, and it's striking to me because if the Josh Trank Fantastic Four was a 25-minute short film, and the hook for the short film, and and I've referenced the Thomas Jane Punisher short film and the Power Rangers short film with James Vanderbeek, which we talked about on our Power Rangers episode with Norm. That might have been like early 20s, that episode. Is if this was like a 25 minute piece, okay, and you know what, maybe I'll make this a project of mine, because I'm pretty sure Mark can get me the download file, which it's still something. These guys just stop that stuff, because I really don't support piracy it's so destructive. But maybe for the sake of this project, I'll do a trade-off, like a moral, ethical trade-off. And it's good to have morals and ethics, people. You write them down. I draft mine every now and again. Maybe I'll read them to you one day. I don't know. I don't know if that's Dream Warriors material, but the point I'm getting at is if this Josh Trank Fantastic Four was 25 to 30 minutes long, people would have lost their shit in such a positive way, because they would have been drooling at this idea that like they came from a crappy neighborhood and it's dark and it's gritty, and the storms have a background, and there's military application, and Doctor Doom fits right in, and there's like it's still a camaraderie between like all these signatures. Okay, I really think they failed on the Human Torch character in the Josh Trank Fantastic Four. But and then going to Planet X or S or R, B, whatever the heck it's called, this alternate world, like like the origin with them, like on that, and like all of this stuff. If it was 25 minutes, lean and mean, people would have been like, "This is the way we need to see Fantastic Four. They have to make this into a feature. They need this. This is the start of a franchise. It would have been on and on. But it's fascinating that movie just, man, like it was almost like, because there was like a real excitement for that. And it's almost like when you're at the beach and you grab a seashell and it's like in like a you pick up the sand and you just pick it all up, and it, including the seashell, like it all runs through your fingers, and then you're left with like the dust on your hands. Okay, that's what that release of that movie felt like. It just felt like it was like it just slipped through everyone's fingers. And whoa, we got some. It's hard to tell. I don't know if that's activity in the hall or on the roof. Everyone hangs out at the roof at my place during this time of year because it's beautiful. People from around the building, because we're in a very community-driven building. But yeah, so I caught that. A couple other movies that I'm trying to remember some of them. But yeah, kind of just spending the week catching up on what Cinemax had to offer. And there was quite a few movies that I hadn't seen that I jumped right on. Yeah, so that was this week. You know, there was a lot of that. The release of this all started with the release of Transformers the last night. So let's just jump back onto that real quick. All right, so this movie comes out. You have three prime, top of the top, the pinnacle, the echelon, the creme de la creme of social media influencers, simultaneously publish reviews. These people are located from around the U.S. I would say, I think Indiana, L.A., and I'm forgetting the third. And they're unified. They're unified to the point of like having the same things that they nitpick. Same things that they bring up, same criticisms, like, you know, like we're talking like razor sharp criticisms, meaning that like we don't like this one small thing, like, you know, but there wasn't a lot of that in the three. So like it just kind of got to me. Like, I don't know how it's possible. I need someone to explain it. So I downloaded all three of them and started to chop them up into what it will be like. So part of like the sub brand is, you know, there's the AKAPAD Peter A. DeLuca YouTube channel. Okay, that's what we do Bad Eats through. We're going to roll Dream Warriors into that with audio releases, at least. Okay, and so I'm really struggling to define like what the direction for the YouTube channel is, but the overall idea is just like it's me, my friends, my projects, and what our passions are. Okay, kind of like a Justice League of creativity, and so like the film brand or like the film offspring of this, like Bad Eats is always going to be the focus until we know it's got to stop. Is like the spin-off part of this branch is going to be what I'm calling Film Savage. That's what Fantastic Four, the Roger Corman commentary, is branded under. And Film Savage is just the idea. Like one of the baselines for that is, you know, Michael Bay is the second largest second highest grossing filmmaker in Hollywood history. He can't be that bad. And that's where we are. Okay? And so I downloaded these reviews. I started to chop them up for Film Savage. For like almost like a Transformers Last Night documentation / defense. Or, hey, like, isn't this kind of funny type of video? And start organizing the lines and what they're saying. And here's the script. And here's everyone saying this about the script. And it's like boom, 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 boom. Hey, here's what everyone says about this character. Boom, 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 boom. Hey, here's a bunch of platitudes. Boom, 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 boom. Okay? And you see like there is like a little bit of a echo. Now, I feel like this is important because I think this is a rising tide of criticism that's happening. I think there's like a war on Collider, if you're familiar with that, and they're just chipping away. It is a attack on credibility of some of these content providers, and this is because they have all taken the high horse on geek opinion, which is it's totally self-destructive. We have seen this right now in the erosion of the Democrats and the left, or what's called the left now, and the kind of the Clinton News Network, where everyone howls at the moon and the content disappears. The heart of the content, the DNA of it, does not exist. It disappears. Okay. There's consequences to having preconceived positioning. Okay. And I guess a lot of it would be like social engineering type things where like it always backfires. Like the lies of utopia type thing. Okay. So, I don't know. Like I want to do a Transformers The Last Night series, just documenting everything. I think it's a good way to start Film Savage on YouTube and pull in Dream Warriors onto YouTube. So like there's, even though I'm too late to the party with the video, because it's already Saturday and I started this on Tuesday. I'm already late. I should have just stayed up all night Wednesday and released it Thursday. But I just couldn't. I just didn't have it in me. So the usual weeks where I can go in 24-hour stretches are the weeks where I have lower gym days, believe it or not. The gym just makes me want to crash out, sleep, and recover. I can keep it going if I do like 2 shorter sessions, because there's just like a chemical like flow that happens in my body that just energizes the living hell out of me. But if I'm strength training and powerlifting, no go. But yeah, so, but I just wanted to use the pre-positioning for Transformers The Last Night, parlay that into the launch of the YouTube series, pull in the Roger Corman, put that right in there, and just just have everything talk like Film Savage, and because we're kind of aggressive on what the ideas are and what the positioning is, and at this point it's mostly it's mostly me against the world. That's really how I feel. Even I was texting Mark about and we'll get into this tomorrow, the Han Solo news, and he's just like, oh my god, like what, like it's taken them 4 months, and oh my, like I can't believe it, they're letting all of this happen, and it's Han Solo and Star Wars, and I'm just like, there's other things happening in this world, things that are way more important. Like, we haven't even seen the movie yet. We're not going to see the movie for another solid 12, 14, 15 months. I don't even know when it's like coming out. I got stuff to do, I got stuff to do right now. And like, and Norm's a lot like that. Like there's a definite like war on ideas that I feel like we're at when it comes to film criticism, review, what's being discussed, why it's being discussed, and all these other things. And I'm not saying there's insanely intelligent people right now doing some of this, but like, I don't know. I think they're just doing their thing. I view so much of this as a freaking war. I really do, because I think that the mindset of the geek, the collector mentality, again, if it's not for profit, like within your life, meaning that, hey, like, I can do things with this product because I'm an expert on it. I feel that it's so much more destructive because I've seen it, so much more destructive than what it enables within the person. A lot of times with girls, I joke a lot. It helps you, trust me. But no, I say I traded X-Men in for Esquire, and I always get like a happy like laugh, like like almost like a relief. Not many of my geek guy friends knows what that is, and it baffles me. Like it baffles me not wanting to pursue the Esquire lifestyle. And I'm not saying everyone needs to but you need shades of it. And if you're not aware of what those shades are and what the possibilities are, it's the same as saying like, hey, how can you say you read comics and you've never read the Dark Phoenix saga? Like, how dare you? Okay, you can take that position, and you know what, when it comes in the realm of reading comics, that is a valid position, because you have to read that story. You have to know it. It's like, again, saying, oh, like, you love Harry Potter, but have you read Hemingway, you d-bag? No, like, okay, so there's absolutes. And when we ignore the absolutes in life, and the absolutes stare us in the face the entire time, like they're there, they're like in the shadows, okay? And when you don't embrace the absolutes, you do not grow. You hinder growth. You there is no self-development for you. I don't care what books you're reading, a-hole. I don't care. Your self-development is garbage. The absolutes align you. It is your yes or a no. And I'm sorry, like someone we were talking about with this chick. She was 21-year-old liberal from Temple. She saw that one like a Trump supporter. Somehow like abortion came up, and we were just discussing abortion because she's going overseas today. She's going to like Ireland, and which is kind of like a funny country. She was telling me about, and so we were talking about like abortion there because she's going there to meet this feminist, part of her like assignment, and I just mentioned like, hey, like like abortion has like a really high death rate, not high, but it's like higher than what you would expect. And she immediately could not discuss that, which is, again, and I'm like, wow, I'm like we're just talking like a number here, just a number that's floating in the air, and it's in the shadow for some people. Like, that's one of the absolutes that I'm talking about. That's in the shadows. It's staring at you. And she goes, well, you can die chewing gum. I'm like, yeah, but chewing gum's not connected to this, and we're talking of a data point that's so minute. Actually, I am not even sure if anyone's ever died chewing gum. Like, do we know of anyone? I feel like that would be like a piece of awkward bar trivia that that could be discovered. But no, beyond that point though, okay, is she denied an absolute right in front of me. And and look, and keep in mind too, this is a girl that maybe like an hour later from that was begging for me to stick my, as I quote, stick the tip into my butt. So anyway, we're gonna wrap it up here soon, but I just wanted to finish this stream of thought. when we don't accept what we know is true, um, like you take the position that there is right and wrong in this world. You take the position that there's black and white. You take the position that you can be on either side. You can be on this side or that side, and you can make a difference. See, that's what the absolute does. And then if you can make a difference, well, then you can make the difference when you look at yourself. You. Once you do that, you can help other people make a difference. It can go on, okay? When you're black and white, that happens, okay? When you're gray, when you're on the fence, when you have concessions, when you move that line, okay? Almost like when you're the owl in Watchmen, that spineless fucking like hate that guy. When you're the owl in Watchmen, look what happens to your life. Look what happens. You get fat. You make out with a hot chick, Silk Spectre, and you just blow that load like early because you don't know what to do. You haven't been with a girl in so long, and let alone one this hot, and you just don't even know what to do. So you totally embarrass yourself, and you need to go on this like false pilgrimage. Like, meaning that, like, look at the arc of the owl. Like, he beds another man's woman, creates this avalanche that leads to Dr. Manhattan leaving Earth, because he is on that fence. Okay, just physically, just look at him. Okay, not the movie one. We're talking about the one from the comic. Okay, this is what happens. Okay, do people, I'm sorry, I just watched New York City get nuked in Independence Day. I really do love this movie. And then we don't have Rorschach, who is black and white, who is fit, who is principled. He's defined. Because he's black and white, he's not always right or wrong, but he's a man of conviction. Okay, he's the guy that will do something. He's a man of action. Like you think for him, if he got into money trouble, like what do you think he would do? He would do it. He would solve that problem. You think if someone came up to his woman in like a bar and embarrassed her, what do you think he would do? What do you think Al would do in those situations? Okay, one's alpha, one's beta. Period. Okay, like even Al when he says, "Oh, what happened to us?" and and Rorschach says, "You quit." It's like, yeah, asshole. Like, you quit. I continue the fight that I know is good. So that's, if there's ever a life lesson from Watchmen, like, that is it. Let me grab some of this coffee. We're hitting the 43-minute mark. So a lot of what we're doing on Dream Warriors, and what will be Film Savage on YouTube, is a definition of those black and whites. Okay, it's a type of positioning that we haven't seen before. A lot of the stuff I've been talking about, we're seeing shades of it coming up already through the ether of content creation. So that's some level of validation for myself. But it's a war, okay? And no, I'm going to try and see Transformers The Last Night today. It might be my first movie I've seen by myself. Okay? And I'm going to come back here. I might just do like a solo review episode to streamline some of my thoughts. Because again, to like everyone saying, I can't understand the story. I don't know what it is all about. And which is like, what do you mean? like the worst movies on earth, the worst freaking movies. Triple X, State of the Union. They have stories. There's characters. There's arcs. There's a plot. There's death. There's a twist. Okay. The story can be bad, meaning that it just does not come off well at all. Okay? Understood. But not being able to explain what happens on screen to your audience, that is the job of a reviewer. I'm sorry. Talking in these platitudes has killed film discussion today. So we're not doing that. We don't do that here. Okay? Long analysis on Wonder Woman. Long. I don't think there's anyone out there that went through that movie as detailed as us. I'm sorry. We own that. Are we going to own Transformers? We will. By the end of this, by Monday, 48 hours from now, we will own the conversation of Transformers. Okay? Understand that. Understand that you cannot convey anything in 7 minutes. You can't turn away the role of your job. You know, like what you say you are. You can't do that. You can't say the dialogue is horrible. You can't say that the script writers are idiots. You cannot. This is what they're saying. This is who they're attacking. They're attacking their own intelligence by not being nuanced and not being detailed and not possessing insight, not injecting that into their review. They're not doing this. What they're doing is clickbait, and it's harmful. But acting like the script writer writes something and then like it ends up on screen and it's horrible is such an idiot flow. It's such an idiot take, because everyone will say Robert Downey Jr. is magnificent in Iron Man, and that is one of the best superhero movies and or superhero origin movies ever put to celluloid, period. I agree with that. I agree with those statements. But drilling into that, well, most of that movie was improv. They just had outlines. They had ideas, and they let Robert Downey Jr. do his work. They let him be an actor in it. They paid him, and they let him do what they paid him for. That's okay. Oh, he's awesome. Okay, well, why not attack the script writers then? Okay, so you're screen credited, you're on screen, you're paid. Hardly anything you wrote ended up on screen. That's an absolute failure. I would be more concerned about how do their names get attached to the movie. And, you know, again, this is the logic of unions. So, again, one's lazy, one is not. We're not lazy on Dream Warriors. Mark's going to be here tomorrow night. We're going to get in. We're going to discuss that. We're going to go. We're going to drill into some of his psychology for the Han Solo freak out. Because I want to know. I feel like I have to talk to him about this. I want to know why it's hurtful. Why is I want to know why a space story, a space opera news of a movie that's not even out yet. News of that is like it's so funny to me. But I want to know, like why is this even? Why do you even care about this? Like, who cares? All right. So signing off now. Okay. Look, it's Saturday. I want everyone to just have a good effing day. I'm gonna have a good day because there's, oh my god, I'm taking a shower, I'm working out, Norm's coming over, we're solving problems, Norm and I, as we always do. You know, I'm trying to get him back into doing this. I love it. You know, I love hiccups because the power you gain by plowing through the hiccup, by jumping that little speed bump, Dukes of Hazzard style, Bo and Luke is incredible. It's a freaking rush. Okay, give me problems, I will make solutions. I'm seeing him. Then I think I'm getting back to Fantastic Four. Okay, like crap. Like more than a full day later, releasing this. Probably ordering pizza and food. Might do a workout at home, and then expecting a late night visitor. Okay, Peter life, because I live in a world of absolutes. I'm able to do things. Here's another message. Okay, my phone has been going off the entire time. I gotta go. Have a good day. Rock and roll. And I don't know, people. Like, can you just do me a favor? Just do something creative today. Get that dopamine going. That's the only thing I really want. I'm going to be doing. I'm going to be rocking and rolling, and I'm going to be with you. Okay, we're going to see each other in that creative ether, that creative flow, and that nether world. We will meet each other there. Okay, but I'm there. I'm there right now. I'm waiting for you. Do something creative. Dream Warriors, episode 41. This is Pete, signing off. Let's hit that music.